But we're live here, by the way, Miss Jocelyn.
Okay.
But as you can see, I got a special guest here today. Her name is Jocelyn, and she has an interesting perspective in regards to many things. And that's kind of what we're going to get into today. And she's been sipping on some wine here.
Gotta do the champagne, right?
I've been sipping on some wine, so we might be in for an interesting discussion. But how are you today, Miss Jocelyn?
I'm doing great.
So before we went live here, we're talking about like many different topics. And you were just showing me your Tinder, for example.
Yes, we went through my Tinder.
But like, here's the thing with Tinder. So I'm like, this is what I'd be curious about. Like, what kind of things do you look for in a guy's profile when you're going to swipe right on him?
You know, to be honest, Tinder was a really new experience for me. I was in a long relationship, so I wasn't sure exactly. It was like being a newbie kind of on the dating scene, and I wasn't sure exactly what I was looking for. So when I was swiping out, I wasn't looking for anything serious. So I wanted.
Why is that, obviously?
Because I got out of an 11-year relationship, and I was just trying to have a little fun, I think, for the first time. So I was looking at aesthetics, of course. I like to take very good care of myself, so I wanted my fun, let's say, to do the same. I wanted somebody that didn't just have like fuckboy photos. I wanted to see.
Talk about what are fuckboy photos?
You know, where they're like flexing and it's the gym and then it's the gray sweat. You know, girls, you know it. Then it's the gray sweatpants.
I've been hearing a lot about the gray sweatpants phenomenon.
And then it's the V-cut thing, and or it's them and the guys at the bar. I wanted something a little, just to know like you're not a full asshole.
Well, how about like, do you see guys with shirtless pics a lot? Is that like a no-go to you?
It's not a no-go because again, I like to post very thirst trappy, very provocative things as well. So it's not that it's a no-go. It's just, that's not all I want to see about a person, I
understand. But so you have an interesting philosophy with this, though. So you'll post all sorts of thirst traps.
Yes.
And, like, you showed me your Instagram. Mm-hmm. And I see, like, how you post. It's like body first, then face.
Yes.
But your philosophy towards like relationships and sex is much different than you may think just by looking at your stuff.
Yeah.
You say, so explain to me a little bit about what you were saying in that regard about like hookups and etc.
Okay, so I'm not originally from Jersey, where I grew up. I grew up in New Hampshire, and it's a very small town. So if anything happens, it travels very fast, and reputation is a very quickly established thing. Jersey's different because it is so much bigger, but everyone's connected through social media and stuff. But the thing that my mom always told me was, there's, I don't know, how should I say it the best? I love attention.
At least you admit it.
I love attention. I want the compliments. I want it to be noticed. But I don't want to be touched or had by everyone. I want everyone to notice me and want me. And I want to establish value of myself. However, I want it to be a power thing. I want to hold my value. And if you give it to everyone, okay, if you buy a BMW, right? But it's had 8 owners, it loses value, right? Because there's been so many owners that rock it so differently. You never know who's done what because there's been so many. And that's just, an example. I want everyone to want me, but only a very, very small selection of people that I decide to date to be able to have me. So when I walk in anywhere, the man that I choose or walk in with, he knows that it's like, I don't know the best way to put it. Like, no one else has had me. Like, I'm his girl. A lot of girls, and I mean, let's be real, South Jersey, most girls, no offense, y'all gonna come for me, but I'm gonna be real about it because it's the truth. You walk into a bar and at least they're like, oh God, I hooked up with 9 of these guys here. And, and that's not cute. Like, you don't get respected because they had you. I like the power of being wanted, and I like that the passed on effect that it gives to who I'm with, because no one else has had me, but a lot of people want it. That's a thing.
Now, you see, I love hearing this from someone like you. I wish with all my heart more women were like this and they had that attitude towards it, because that's exactly what dudes want. They don't want the girl who's been with every frickin' buddy. They don't want the girl who thinks it's empowering to sleep with 100 dudes. They want the girl that's like hard to get and only sleeps with a few guys that are really meaningful and special to her. And so your mom was a smart fucking girl.
My mom was really... Mom, if you see this, just know this is all credit to you. Yes, no, my mom was... She never sugarcoated anything with me. She kept it very real with me. And she gave me a really good structure to follow when it came to my femininity and the way I handle myself and the way I put myself out there.
But I think it helps you, though, also, that you're with the same dude for 11 years.
Yes, I was, my entire 20s, I was with the same man, and I was with the same guy through high school.
And high school, too?
And college, yeah. I was with the same guy from high school to
the same one I'm thinking of?
No, we haven't talked about him. I actually don't talk about him often.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, I was with the same guy through high school to my freshman year of college. And then I came out to good old Jersey after that.
So you've really had two, like, really long-term relationships.
Mm-hmm.
But to me, that's awesome, though, because you didn't cheat on these boyfriends?
No.
So that, I mean, this is what guys want to hear. They want women like this, especially the ones that can get it. And let's face it, it wouldn't be hard for you to sleep with any kind of dude you wanted to get with, right?
Yeah, no, definitely.
Not hard.
I could, not to be like, but I could probably easily just point at somebody and I could probably have it if I wanted,
like, boom,
I like you. Come here. Come here for a second. Probably.
No, but it's not even that. It's not even an exaggeration.
And you know what? And there has always, throughout my relationship, been like very strong temptations for sure. But I think that's the thing. Again, I was raised, I think, a little differently than a lot of people traditionally in a denser area are. I took my relationship seriously. I'm like, I want the white picket fence thing someday, but even more so, I want respect. Listen, sex is amazing. We all love it. We enjoy it. But I, no matter what, will always want status, power, and respect more than anything else. I think, that just like our credit scores, that opens doors for finances. However, the personal respect and credibility and status and power we build on ourselves and reputationally, that is a huge thing. And y'all can cover me if you want to, but y'all. You gotta work on this, girl. We gotta do better together, right? Yeah.
Well, here's the thing, though. Were a lot of your friends very promiscuous? Were a lot of your friends and you were able to withstand and abstain from that peer pressure?
See, my thing is, I have a lot of guy friends. I have a lot of guy friends.
That's something to talk about too in a second.
I have a lot of guy friends, but I've never